tailor-made products, we do commodities, we do food service, which is this Osterberg, and we do co-packing in other brands. We are a medium-sized company with more than 400 employees around the world. We are a child of Danida's private sector program and IFU, which really help us to grow, mainly in Vietnam, where we have a factory, which we also have in Denmark, Egypt, and India. We are based on Danish values, here under sustainable solutions and zero tolerance towards under-table money, which make it quite difficult to work in places like many places in the world. But we have survived so far, and we will continue to do that. And we have no child labor. And there we have a problem, mainly in the fields. But we will fight for this. We will fight for all the Danish values and all the United Nations SDGs. And one of them is equality, and in Orana, equality means that the men need the right back. 4 out of 6 directors are females. 4 out of 6 general managers are females. So the males are really having a tough time in Orana. But we can do economic growth the sustainable way. About me, I'm the managing director of Orana. I'm out of operations. I'm doing projects. This project is one of my main activities, and then I'm doing a factory in Sri Lanka. Those are 2 things I'm doing at the moment, and then we let all the females do the operation. I'm educated chemical engineer in physical chemistry and applied mathematics, and I ended up as soda pop salesman, and I'm proud of that. And my best education was when I was a brewery worker. Anyway, Orana in Kenya, I came first time to Kenya in the late 80s. We have an office in Nairobi. Most of the fruit for yogurt, when you eat fruit yogurt, come from our factory in Egypt, and is sold by Orana. We do quite some concentrates for juices here, and we do that food service which you can find in restaurants and bars, mainly in the big cities. And how did this banana trip then started? Because there isn't much banana in the first part of my speech. No, this banana started with mangoes in Melindi. Because we were doing mango pulp down in Melindi, and that company was having problems financially wise, so we did some banana pulp with bananas here from Taveta, and it was an excellent quality, but the transportation killed the calculation. So we could do the best quality, but without any profit. So we decided to say, we want to have a banana pulp close to the bananas, we need to have a passion fruit plant close to the passion fruit, pineapple, blah, 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 and then go back to mango. So, then I was making a speech at the Federation of Danish Industry, and that was also a very enthusiastic lady which called Marianne Moon from Wonder Agriculture, and when she was making her speech, I said, this is my banana lady. So when she came down the stage, I grabbed her and said, can we have dinner tonight? And she said, yes, fine. And then I told her we were going to make this banana adventure in Kenya. And she was very excited, and so were I. Because now we got a banana queen on top of a fruit king. But anyway, we then had a lot of work to do. And then you say, why Taveta? We want to do, we looked into where we can get the bananas, and we saw that we can make the biggest impact by doing banana in Taveta. Further to that, you need in the industrial development here, you have a beautiful place on earth. You have lovely people, and then there was one really thing which convinced me, you have never give up cafe. And that I believe in. And that street where you have that, and I showed in all my presentation, this street will never give up cafe, because we should never give up. And this project project, we will never give up. We will go and make it a success, whatever time it will take. And then you can grow except good bananas. And the last and other thing is very good. You're not too far away from Mombasa port. The Orana mission is to go into fresh fruit processing. It's a backward integration, because if we have no fruit, we have no business. We will do it in Africa and Asia. We will do it in remote virgin areas, because we want to do it sustainable and we want to do it organic. And then we want to have a growth potential, and we want to do it different. And which other place than Taveta can fulfill all these criteria? So we're all sitting there and thinking, what can Orana do? Because Orana is not a very wealthy, full of money company, because we invest all our money. But what we can do is that we can grow organic bananas, which is supposed to be out here. Then we can have an organic or nucleus farm, and we employ experts from outside. Amul, where are you? He's probably out growing bananas. But we took in an expert which had grown organic bananas in Africa. He's done in Ethiopia, in Nigeria. He grown organic bananas in India. So we have somebody who really knows how to grow organic bananas. I don't know how to grow organic bananas. I know how to make a banana smoothie. But how to grow, we need to have experts. Of course, you have local expertise here, but it's never bad to take some expertise from outside, so we can see it from different angles. And then these experts will teach and grow the knowledge in the local people and the local farmers. And then in this way we want to improve the yield. And then we also teach the farmers here to grow organic, because if we look at the outside, the demand is organic. And there's no doubt we have to do it sustainable. If it's not sustainable, we will have no future in our business. So what is the goal here? The goal is to create jobs, and that's where MESP and Danida and all this stuff comes in. We want to improve the yield. And as I said, Orana is the garbage. We take all the bananas you cannot sell in the fresh fruit. Which one they cannot sell, we will make them into pulp, because when you make the smoothie, you don't look at how big the banana was when you made the pulp. And I repeat myself, and I will not stop, everything have to be in the sustainable way, with as low as possible carbon footprint. This is not something you hear, you probably hear it every day, but this is something where, as a Danish company, we really do. Every decision we are making, we are asking ourselves, is this sustainable or is it not sustainable? And then we want to show the world that it's possible to do a project like this in a very remote area where everything is clean. When you look at this soil, it's never been filled with filthy chemicals and pesticides and all this shitty stuff. We want to do it clean. And this can only be done through partnership. The county of Teta Taveta, the farmers of Teta Taveta, Danida, MESP, Wanda, and Organic, and Orana, sorry, with Priscilla as being our representative, that is what the partnership. I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be part of this partnership. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. I think you have heard it. Farmers, now it is up to you. We are told that the bananas, the pulp from bananas in Taita Taveta is one of the best. In fact, is the best. So that means it is an opportunity for us to produce as much banana as possible, so that we take to the factory and get the money we really want. It's now a pleasure to invite a representative of the Director General, Calro, who is the Director Crop Systems at Calro, Dr. Lusike Wasilwa, to give us her remarks. And we are urged by the cameraman that as we are talking, let's please face the camera so that they can have a glimpse of our images.
Thank you very much, Paule. You know, we're trying to not show our bums on this side. So I don't know which way, and the camera guy is here. This is crazy, and I don't think I go up there. Oh, okay. That would be better. I hope I don't fall coming down. Okay, thank you very much. Ooh, sounds funny. I feel like a giant here. Now I am a woman. We've had two men speak, right? So, okay, those are a lady. And she didn't behave like a woman, actually. Rebecca, you let me down. You needed to speak 7 times more words. So now panic. I can't tell you my speech will be short. I have no idea. It just depends on how good I feel up here. The camera, you just keep following me. I won't be looking at you. So today we're here for banana. Banana is produced by Africa. We actually contribute 1/3 of the banana production in the world, Africa. When it comes to Kenya, banana is the #1 in fruits. Has the largest area and the production and the highest tonnage of any fruit in Kenya. So it is extremely important. And that's why we're here, right? It's not just to help the guys in Taita Taveta, but this is a fruit that is important. But as coming here, we realize that are these bananas being irrigated or not? So we can see there's a big potential for banana here in Taita Taveta. So when we look in terms of all the government policies, the Big Four agenda, the agriculture, sorry farmer, musikie mambo ya policy, agriculture sector growth and transformation strategy. If we don't write these policies, hatutawaleta hapa. So you have to forgive me. Nitakuwa naongea kwa Kizungu. All these policies, agendas 2063, the issues of the SDGs, this crop fits everywhere. Actually, 11 of the 17 SDGs are addressed by banana, and that is why Danida is here. And I thank you. I even forgot to do those all protocol observed, but imagine I have done it now. I have done it. Me, I'm pumping. I'm going to the real juice. Okay? So I read somewhere online. I was trying to find out what are these unique things about banana. Why banana? Of course, it's 1/3 of Africa producing banana for the world, the biggest crop in Kenya. But what caught my eye was, if fruits were musicians, then banana would be Beyonce. If you don't know Beyonce, banana will be Miriam Makeba, Tabule, Franco, all those funny things that dance on TV nowadays. I don't even know their names. If banana was to be a musician. So you can see important Beyonce, meaning that banana is a fruit with a very sexy shape, and it's true. It is the only fruit that is COVID friendly. You don't need to wash your hands to eat a banana. You just peel and eat. Yeah? You won't get any COVID-19 jumping on you because it was not inside the banana. That's why we're here, and we thank Danida and the Danish government for actually putting money where the return on the investment will be extremely high, guaranteed. Now that Calro is one of the partners, we can guarantee you that one. But I was wondering, the farmers, do you know we have over 205 banana types in Kenya? 205. Sai tumeona hapo, hiyo ilifanana kama FIA 17 or 19, of the two. But I won't talk about it. I'll keep quiet there. 205. So for the private sector that is in this project, the Wanda, Osterberg, you have 205 banana varieties to choose from. Calro actually keeps the gene bank for banana for East and Central Africa. So whatever banana type you want, we have it here in Kenya. You don't have to go out to get any bananas from anywhere else. We're also proud to host 70% of what they call the East African top bananas. So whatever you'll want to be able to process the best banana pulp, we have it in Calro. All we're going to do, and I'm looking at the ambassador, just fund banana research. That's all we need. Fund, and we will choose to do the research that moves towards market emphasis, so we continue to support MES. Funders, we thank you for what you have funded, but now we're begging for more money. I'm a woman. I have to ask for money. when we look at banana in terms of its nutrition, you know they say a banana a day keeps the doctor away. Osterberg, I was so disappointed when I didn't see that juice in a banana. Where is the banana version of those juices? You have mango. It's not banana. No, we want pure banana unadulterated. Pure. And the banana will be from Taita. Don't get it from anywhere else. You know these guys are near the canvas, so we can do for you a bit of witchcraft and you won't go anywhere else. So we're just now hoping, now that we're here, we've had that the tonnage of bananas is about 10 to 12 tons. And Paul has said he wants us to go up to, is it 32 tons per hectare? Me, I'm saying 40. What do we do to get there? Taita Taveta. I'm looking at the farmers. Munataka wengine wawalete ndizi walepe kwa factory. Munataka hivyo. Mtafanya nini? Mufanye bidii, msikubali ndizi kuja kutoka pali pengine. Mnasikia? County government, I'm now supporting you wherever you are. Maybe you'll give me a job here. Okay? So, I'm just about done. I won't go through all my notes. But what I'm so happy is that, Taveta, in 2018, you were number 6 in banana production in Kenya. In 2019, you were number 3 in banana production in Kenya. In 2020, you're number 2 in banana production. And coming here, we saw small bananas. So we don't know 2021 what it holds for us. You guys are booming. Meru is number 1, yes, by far. But I think some of those bananas in Meru actually are bananas from Sarakaniri. So I know you'll hold your number 2 position. But I'm giving you 3 years. You better be number 1. Otherwise, we're wasting our time here. To feed that factory in 3 years, number 1. You see, you went from number 6 to number 3 to number 2. These are real figures. I'm not trying to make you feel good. No. Me, I'm a researcher. I make sure I get what is the most important. So you're looking at this crop that came into Africa 2,000 or 6,000 years ago. And you look at it in terms of its importance. The fact that it's COVID friendly, a banana a day keeps the doctor away. It has a lot of products, a lot, up to banana wine, banana beer, banana cakes, banana crisps. We've seen them there. I've already bought some. Please go buy the crisps from there. So there is a market pool already. Can we feed this market? This is just one company that is here. And I thank them for coming to set up shop here. Thank you. So I'm going to stop there. And thank you for giving Caldo an opportunity to come and work together with all these partners. So we see research, work closely with the private sector, working closely with the marketers and as the value addition companies, being able to value add crops and creating jobs and improving livelihoods for people. So we're so happy to be here and thank you for allowing me to come. Thank you.
More claps. Wakulima mmepatiwa challenge. Hakuna ndizi kutoka Mali. We are assuring the company that is going to buy the bananas that you are going to produce it all. Are we in agreement, farmers? You better do that. Otherwise, you'll be taken to court. Okay. It's now time to invite the board chair, Mr. Noah Meli, to give his remarks.
Our chief guest, Your Excellency Deputy Governor, Madam Majala, the Ambassador of Denmark to Kenya, His Excellency Ule Tonke, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Crop Development and Agriculture Research Representative, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Amjambo. We are very delighted to see you all here today. I welcome you all to the launch of the Danida Market Development Partnership, popularly known as DMDP, project here in Taveta County. The 5-year banana project on empowering job creation in Kenya by enhancing the competitiveness of the banana subsector focuses on supporting farmers by stimulating job opportunities through investments in the banana value chain, which is a key source of livelihood for many households here in Taveta. Research has shown that bananas is the world's most widely known and distributed fruit and is a great contributor to nutritional and food security needs. It is also a fruit that produces various products ranging from matoke, which many of us here enjoy, and which I saw the ambassador also enjoying, flour, crisps, canned slices, jam, jelly, puree, vinegar, wine, and beer, among others. The foliage and stems are also used as cattle feed, while banana leaves are used for packing stuff and when dry can be used as roofing material and for making assorted materials for home use. Ladies and gentlemen, the popularity of the crop makes it a good cash crop, and precisely the reason the DMDP banana project was designed to support the farmers tap into its potential. While that might sound assuring, it is however the partnership emphasis in this project that makes it special and beneficial to smallholder farmers of Taveta. Just like other crops, banana growing has limited factors that include agronomics, finances, and markets, just to mention but a few. The DMDP project responds to the highlighted challenges by bringing commercial and non-commercial actors together in a partnership to promote sustainable business, development and employment opportunities, contributing to Sustainable Development Goal number 8 on decent work and economic growth, and Sustainable Development Goal number 17 on partnerships for sustainable development. The program is aligned to the country's Big Four agenda on manufacturing and food security, as well as the Taita Taveta County Government Integrated Development Plan, popularly known as CIDP, on agriculture chain development. Ladies and gentlemen, in this project, we are promoting a super banana variety called Grand 9, since it has a ready market. We will closely work with 1, the county government of Taita Taveta, 2, Wanda Agriculture Group as a local partner to facilitate aggregation, management of the banana supply chain. Number 3, we'll also work with Orana, a Danish company that will establish the banana factory to process pulp in the international market. And finally, we will also be partnering with several financial institutions to facilitate farmers with the much needed finances to increase the investment in agribusiness. Driven by this principle, MEST has been promoting and providing sustainable solutions that enable beneficiaries to access capital, increase agricultural productivity, and access markets. The DMDP project targets to work with 2,000 smallholder farmers and will roll out interventions geared towards creation of at least 470 direct decent jobs, especially for the locals. 1,200 service providers with an emphasis on women and youth will also be engaged. The program, through synergies and partnerships, will build capacities at the various supply chain levels, manage post-harvest losses, and sustainably deliver additional value in terms of productivity and income opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, job creation and livelihood enhancement helps spur economic growth, fosters peace, and upholds human dignity. I therefore call on the Taveta community and more partners to join hands with us and support this project, bearing in mind that this is only the beginning of a challenging but exciting journey. As I conclude, I want to sincerely appreciate the Royal Government of Denmark through the Royal Danish Embassy in Kenya for their financial support in the implementation of these projects and for their unwavering support in MEST work. I reiterate our commitment to this project for the benefit of the farmers in Taita Taveta and our country, Kenya at large. Asanteni sana.
More claps, please. Thank you, board chair MEST, for your words of wisdom. It's now time for me to have the pleasure and invite His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Royal Danish Embassy, His Excellency Ole Tonke. He is one of us because Ole is a Kenyan Kenyan name,
Yeah.
and just tall. He's as tall as the Maasai. So welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And also thank you very much for inviting me here. It's a great pleasure to be here in Taveta, where I have not been for 12 years, I think. I was here as one of the first things I did when I became deputy ambassador at the embassy back in 2009, and I actually also at that time visited a MIST project supported by Danida. So it's fantastic for me to be back, also because at that time I didn't see bananas. I saw many other things, but no bananas. And I have just learned all the good things about bananas, and if just the world will grow an enormous amount of bananas, we will solve all the problems in the world. That was how I understood at least it. One thing that you didn't mention about the good thing about bananas is like that I have read somewhere that inside the banana there is a chemical or an ingredient that actually reacts to your brain that makes you happy. So that's another reason for eating more bananas. In 2017, after being out around the world for 8 years, I came back to Foreign Affairs in Copenhagen, and the big discussion at that time was, of course, around the Sustainable Development Goals and how to achieve them. After they were adopted in 2015, a lot of very, very clever people sat down and calculated how much money we need to implement these SDGs and how do we go about it. And it was very, very clear that it was absolutely not possible to reach the SDGs and make the world that we wanted to make if we as development partner went alone, or if the government went alone, or if the private sector did something alone. The only way to reach the objectives was actually to collaborate everybody in partnerships. In that way we could maximize, and we could get the capital, we could get the investments we needed. So everybody said this is what we are going to do. The only problem was that nobody really had the answer of how to do it, because this doesn't happen automatically. So the department I was responsible for actually came up with this DMDB program at that time that we started to implement as one of the pioneers, trying to integrate private sector, research, civil society, much more from the bottom up into the projects that Danida were funding. In 2019, I don't remember exactly, but I'm quite sure that I actually signed the financing agreement for this program that we are now here today watching, the grant document, and then got it approved by the minister. So for me, it's a fantastic journey to actually come back to Taveta to witness and to see how you implement this project in reality, and how you actually make all these pieces, the puzzle, and all these different partners work together, and everybody contributes with. Because it's very clear, also visiting all the different stands, that if only we took one of you out, the whole thing would fall apart. We need all different partners on board. And then it's of course also fantastic to hear private sector companies talk about other things than making profit, but actually also make a difference in the world. And that's also been a huge change the last 5 to 10 years, that the private sector has realized that they also have a responsibility here in the world to actually, of course, make profit, but do it in a decent manner and do some good at the same time, because that is possible. So I think it's really good partners that we have together, both Wanda, Orana, but I also need to mention MEST, which is also a new program for you in MEST to do it like this, and together, all the partners together. So a huge thanks from our side to do that, and then also, of course, the county and deputy governor a huge thanks from our side, because one of the philosophies in these types of programs is also that without the support of the government and the authorities, this will also not happen. There are so many different types of agreements and policies and permissions that you need, that if that doesn't happen with a good speed, then that can easily kill projects like that. So please do continue to support this one, so that I can come back in 3 to 4 years time and look at these fields with happy bananas that actually also has created a factory of Orana, so that also the value addition is created here in Taveta, because it will be a huge difference when, instead of just selling the bananas in the local market or exporting the raw bananas, that you actually start to also do the value addition here, which will create much more jobs and much more opportunities for the young people. So thank you very much, everybody, and see you in 3 to 4 years time. Thank you.
Thank you, Makofi. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. One thing I'm happy about the Danish people is that they are very much considerate of the small man on the ground. Yeah, they want the small person to rise and be self-sufficient in food production and even have money in their pocket. So don't let them down. We urge them to continue with that same spirit, so that our farmers in the county can reach to a level where everybody else will have a reason to smile. I would like now to invite the County Executive Member for Agriculture and Livestock, who is also my great friend, Honorable Davis Mwangoma. Please.
Which side am I going to face? I go up here. Up here, I want to reserve it for somebody. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Madam Majala Mlagwe, Your Excellency, the Ambassador for the Danish Ambassador, His Excellency Ole Thonke, the Chairman, Mess Board, Mr. Noah Meli, representative of the Principal Secretary, Jane Dung, the Chairman Board of Wanda Agriculture, Dametra Oturi, the Director, Crop Systems, Calro, Dr. Lusike Wasila, my friends Finyange Pole, the Chief Executive of MES, Ms. Rebecca Amkoe, my friend here, Mr. Nels Ostenberg. I keep on missing your name. I don't know why. Ostenberg. Orana, Director Osten of Orana. All other protocols observed. Wananchi, wakulima, hamjambo tena. My name is Davis Mwangoma. I'm the CC Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, Irrigation, County Government of Taita Taveta. and I'm sincerely excited to be here this afternoon. First, before I say anything, I think we have here our colleague, member of County Assembly for Mbogweni Ward, and first of all, I like him because he's supposed to welcome in his ward. Please, Mheshimiwa Mkuji, tafadhali.
Thank you, Waziri, Her Excellence, Deputy Governor, the Ambassador, and all protocol observers. Good afternoon. To me, it's a great day today, having this function here in my ward, Mbon Ward. What I just want to say, welcome, karibuni sana katika wodi hii, because we are aware this is a new journey. This is a very noble idea to this area. In fact, as we sit here, you may find very funny because you look east, west, north, you will not even see a plant of banana. But I just want to tell you, this is the area where we normally call it a banana belt. I am in charge of all this area which normally we deal with banana. Mostly banana which are found in market, in Mombasa, in any areas within, are just coming from this ward. So we just want this opportunity to appreciate all the people who are concerned on to bring up this initiative, because we see as now this is how now we are going to change our life. Mostly here, and we basically produce banana, but the big challenge is the market. But as we speak here today, we want to say that we are seeing the light of the day, because all the partners who will help us in the market of these bananas and all value addition, we are now coming in partner, so that these farmers, they can now see the value of what they have been doing for all those many years. People here are very capable. We have the land, and people are ready to produce more. And I just want to tell, there is no any other banana will come from outside, because I'm sure these farmers, if they have been given enough for them to produce, they are ready, because everything, our soil is banana friendly. Even wherever you are, whatever you do, banana is all over here, because it's only that with the type of the experience of how these bananas do. But if you are told it was just something, it's a seed, you can just throw it anywhere and you could see it's just doing on. Mine is also to just seek for more, because whatever we have, as you have seen, we have small scale farmers, and they need a lot to produce this banana to the standards which are required. My plea is, as we also look on that, we still have the variety which are within us here, because as we speak, we have already, there is bananas in our farms. So maybe with the help of the market and the use of whatever we have at the present, maybe can be used to change and bring the variety which we need at the current market, because of the challenges of the finances. Maybe with whatever they have, if what they have, it can have a market, they can use that one, as they also come into, they also introduce this new culture, or this new type of bananas, which maybe we require more on whatever we want to do with the industry and and the market. So mine is just to appreciate, and I just want to give you 100% support. We as the local leaders here, I'm telling you, we have our 100 support on this program, and whatever you do, we are there. And I just want to appreciate, we have been working very closely with Madam Marion on the issues of this, how far things are, we are now. And I just want to start cooperation. I can see we still have avenue to go and do more within this area. So it's just to appreciate and say asanteni sana. All those partners who has come up to enrich this world and to give us this light, to give us this additional information on how we can go and have value on these bananas which we have with it here for several years, but we didn't know the quality as it has been put today. That has made us now to see what we have is very valuable in this world, in fact. So may I have much not to say. I just appreciate, and just to tell you, it's only that this was just a grand somehow opening, because if these farmers were told today it's a banana day, I think even this the whole of this compound will be small. So it's only that it was just a special day for this. But I again want to tell you that you have our full support. Farmers are ready. They are just waiting to do what you will just show them what you want to do, so that we get the value and the benefit of these bananas. So with that much ado, let me say asanteni sana. Wageni mmetoka mbali, karibuni Mbogoni, na tuko tayari tushirikiane kwa ajili ya kuweza kuboresha kilimo hichi cha ndizi. Asanteni na Mungu awabariki.
I just want, I have my county staff. I don't know whether, can you have your county staff? I'd like you to introduce Your Excellency. That's the county staff that we are working with. They are all over there. I think you had already seen them. I'll not go through them name by name, but you can just see. But I was accompanied also by the CEC Roads and Infrastructure, Mr. Waziri Kabaka. Can you come and introduce yourself very briefly? Because my friend was asking for the road, so I think you are here, you can answer that.
Yeah, Her Excellency, the Ambassador, and all protocols observed. I'm Gaspar Kabaka, the CC Public Works and Infrastructure. One good thing, I come from around, and we have a lot of banana. So we were looking for markets, and I'm going to see the market is there. Thank you very much.
I think before I say anything, according to the program protocols, I'd like to invite the representative of the Principal Secretary, Professor Hamadi Mboga, who is here to introduce herself and make remarks before I have the humble duty of inviting Her Excellency.
I don't know also where I will stand. Your Excellency, the Ambassador to the Royal Danish Embassy, and Your Excellency, Madam Deputy Governor, having had Bwana Davis and the proper introduction of protocol, I think I'm not good at that, so I'll say all protocols observed. The CEO of MEST, the chair of MEST, the staff, representatives from the national government. I wish to introduce myself. My name is Jane Dongo, and just like others, I can introduce myself so that you get to know me. I have been working in the ministry for the last 30 years, so I have grown from where these people are. I used to work in the division until I am where I am today. The other thing is that I am a farmer. Wherever I live in my 50 by 100 plot, I do agribusiness, I do poultry, I collect 100 trays of eggs per day. I am also doing bananas, tea, and I am also doing dairy. This month, my 3 cows give birth. So I am a farmer, and I would want to tell the farmers that kilimo ni biashara. There is money in farming. For me, I don't use my salary. I don't fuel my car, my salary. My proceeds from my poultry is what pays my worker, and that is where I get my fuel for my car. So, kilimo iko na pesa. And having heard what Madam Lusika has said, my good friend, I was like, we are being told that agriculture should be sexy, that we should be encouraging more people to go farming. And as I was here, let me say I come from Central Province where there is no land. Bwana Davis, I was looking at it and wondering, why wouldn't you import some people from Central to come and become your tractors, eh? Because there we work like tractors. And actually for me, that is why I don't have hair, eh? I don't go to the salon, I go to the barber, because every day I'm at home, I'm inside the sheep farm, and I do my hair, my wash every day. Before I give the speech to the Principal Secretary, who actually wanted to be here, he's very supportive to the county government and to the donor partners. I can say that I work at the Agricultural Project Coordinating Unit. I think we have had a lot of support and interactions with Bwana Davis nationally in different committees. And the mandate of the PCU is to support the implementation of the different projects and programs that they are in the country. Currently in the Department of Agriculture, we have over 13 projects funded by donors all across EU, CIDA, World Bank, many projects that they are. And in the Ministry of Agriculture, I think we have over 60 projects. We have a project dashboard that we have been developing with consultants, and we have over 63 projects nationally. And all of them are taught the objective of the government on food and nutrition security. So that is where I am. I wish to read briefly what the Principal Secretary would have done. And I want to say that the role of the national government is supportive. It is creating an enabling environment for the implementation of for the farm community to do farming and to do agribusiness. So allow me to lead. The agricultural sector plays a key role in economic and social development of the country through enhancing food and nutrition security, employment and wealth creation, foreign exchange earnings, and provision of raw materials for agro-industries. The sector contributes 34% of the country's GDP, in line with the sector economic significance. Kenya Vision 2030 identifies the sector as one of the key sectors under the economic pillar, expected to drive the economy to the projected 10% economic growth annually. The sector's contribution to achievement of this goal is promotion of an innovative, commercially oriented, modern agriculture as staged in the agricultural sector transformation and growth strategy, which is anchored to the global and regional aspirations of Sustainable Development Goals, Agenda 2063, HADIP of the African Union, among others. And I would want to say that the ASGS was developed with all the stakeholders involved, even the county government. In the Big Four agenda, the sector is expected to contribute to the achievement of 100% food and nutrition security. Despite the economic significance of the sector is yet to realize its full potential due to a number of limitations such as low productivity, inadequate market access and variation, limited access to quality agricultural input, uneconomical land subdivision, change of land use, adverse effects of climate change, post-harvest losses which are very high, invasion of pests and diseases, and low investment for exploitation of the blue economy resource, among others. To address these challenges, achieve the aspired sector goal, both levels of government, development partners and stakeholders are committed to the initiatives that facilitate rapid agricultural growth and transformation, and increase in investment opportunities and employment creation. These initiatives include development and implementation of appropriate policy, legal framework, regulations, programs, and projects that are in line with global, regional, and national goals. I would want to go through the SDGs and remind you of the different anchors that we have. The SDGs is anchored in the belief that food security requires a vibrant, commercial, and modern sector that sustainably supports Kenya's economic development and national priorities. The strategy prioritizes three anchors to drive the 10-year transformation with specific targets set to the past 5 years. There is the anchor 1, that's on increase of small-scale farmer, pastoralists, and fisher folks income. There is anchor 2, on increase of agricultural output and value addition. And there is anchor 3, increase in household food resilience. Within these three anchors, there are 9 big ideas of flagship which underpin and define the strategy in the context of devolution. 2 flagships are on increase of small-scale farmer, pastoral and fisher folk income. 2 flagships are to increase in agricultural output and value addition. 2 are to boost household and food resilience. And finally, 3 enablers that run across the transformation. I wish to say that all the projects and programs, and even what MEST is implementing, is anchored within the ASDGs. Within the agricultural sector, the horticultural subsector is the fastest growing industry, and it continues to register an annual growth rate of 15%. Horticulture sector significantly contributes to improved livelihoods, that is the employment and income and food security needs, as well as improved nutrition through safe and diverse and nutrient food. Kenya has favorable weather, as you can see. I think Taveta has favorable weather. I was remembering I tried doing bananas, and I planted 100 tissue culture bananas in Nyeri, but there was a challenge because of sea guide rot. So I ended up uprooting them, and now I'm doing avocados. So I think Taveta has a very good environment because of the dry weather. With supply of water, the issue of bananas will be very good, and the issue of horticulture. In the last 5 years, the quantity of horticultural produce exported has consistently increased from 238,000 tons to 328,300 tons, representing a 35% increment. Similarly, the value of horticulture exports increased by 60% to 104 billion in 2019, accounting a higher production and improved due to high production and improved international prices. If I come to the banana, I think I will not emphasize on that. I think it has been said. I would want to echo what my colleague Dr. Rusika has said. Banana is one of the most important fruits in the country, accounting for 14.9% of the total value of horticulture. In our rural areas where I come from, banana is a winning food for even a class 1 child was offering food to the young baby. We used to chew, and with your finger, you get what is in your mouth, and put it into the baby. So it is a winning food and very good winning diet. In 2017, there was an increase in area, there was an increase in volume and value. I wouldn't want to repeat what Madam has said of the different varieties. I want to appreciate, and you very well know the different varieties. I won't repeat on the leading counties, but I want to appreciate that you have had Taveta has actually grown, and we appreciate that. We hope you will grow out of Meru and be able to overcome that. And that is the end of the speech from the Principal Secretary. I want to appreciate that it has been good being here, and I appreciate that we have worked well with the CEC. We are implementing with the national government. So thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you.
I think let's give her a better clap. Mine is just a humble duty to invite Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, who is representing the governor today. But before she comes, I have just an additional remark. First of all, to the Ambassador, Your Excellency Olethanke, just to assure you that the Department of Agriculture has anchored very well. And as a department, we said any projects that are sponsored here by donor organization shall be chaired by the department, and we have worked very well with partners in this county. So we're very grateful, and we request you that you continue supporting this county. There's been a lot of support. Because of that, we are seeing a lot of support from all organizations, the European Union, the World Bank, MELS, Danida, the Swedish government, USAID, Feed the Future, IFAD, FAO, World Food Program, SNV, the government of Netherlands, and many others. Because Your Excellency, when funds have been put here, His Excellency the Governor has put a mechanism to ensure that donor funds are utilized for the benefit of wananchi. Two, data does not lie. In 2017, in fact, the day before yesterday, we were in the office and we were trying to argue ourselves to give our correct estimate of the banana production in the county. And in 2017, when His Excellency the Governor took over mentorship of the county, the total hectareage under banana production was at 22,017 hectares. Today, I'm very happy to hear, because that confirms there is something that we are doing right. We have increased production, increased hectareage of banana from 2,000 hectares to 4,000, which was our strategy, and doing about 62,000 tons of banana. And therefore, it is correct to hear that we have moved from number 8 to number 3 in terms of producing bananas in this country. Number 2, tupigie makofi. Your Excellency the Deputy Governor, just to protect my job, so that you report, so this is reported, that you can hear you are now number 2 in terms of producing bananas in this country. So we are right. His Excellency, his leadership, through his leadership, we are doing something right. And therefore, I would like to say that because we as a department has drawn up a strategy, and we had drawn a strategy to do 4,000 hectares, we, the day before yesterday, we were looking at it that we need now to revise our strategy to 6,000 hectares and then to 8,000 so that we can do 120,000 tons of bananas in this county in the next few years. That therefore confirms the worry of my friend Jen Dungu this morning, that with the effort we have with the partners and the department, and by the way, because of His Excellency the Governor, a lot of staff have retired. Recently, he added for us in the department 55 additional extension staff in the county, in the Department of Agriculture, which is not there in any other place. So it means with that effort with the partners and everybody else, and as a department, because of our role in extension services, we shall be able to produce enough bananas for our own factory and also for the factory that is coming. So I think I just wanted to have those remarks just to ensure that they are captured correctly, and I'm sure that Her Excellency the Governor will put it that. My other final one was when I heard the banana, I like the way it was put there by Daktari. I was also reading the other day about the banana, and something captured my mind. People don't know that banana has very high amount of potassium. And potassium is very key for men, especially for what, Jen? Especially if you want to have a male child. So it is important that men also start consuming bananas so that you can get more boys. Is that not correct, Jen? It is. So I'm not right, I'm not wrong. I mean, I'm being supported scientifically. I also read. So I think with those few remarks, I don't want to bore you. It is now my humble duty, ladies and gentlemen, let's be upstanding so that we can welcome Her Excellency the Deputy Governor. Tupigie makofi. I think she might be referred.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Ambassador Olethongi, Niels, karibu tena. You are home. You should be speaking Swahili by now. To the Chair and CEO of MESP, our host, MCA, my friend Mheshimiwa Maskuji, to the representative of the Principal Secretary, our good friend who used to be here. He was one of the big champions of Taita Taveta, Professor Boga, Madam Dungu, to the administration of the national government that is present. I can see chiefs here, administration of the county government, all of the farmers, all of the entrepreneurs that are present, all guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. My name is Malala Mlagui. I am the Deputy Governor of our beloved county of Taita Taveta. And today is an extremely, extremely exciting day for us as a county. Not only because of this particular project that is being launched here, but because it seems that all of the efforts that we have been putting towards industrialization and manufacturing within the county seem to be really gaining momentum this week and specifically this day. This morning we were sitting down with the Export Processing Zone Authority discussing how we will fast track the operationalization of a zone in Voi, which should complement all of the efforts that are happening here. Before I speak too much, I would like to recognize a certain group, because I don't want it to be that I sit down and then that is it, that this forum does not hear their voices. I believe we're here because of one specific person, the farmer. We're here because of people who take their livelihoods from the ground with roots that we're now touting to be the best in the world, and looking at them, seeing how they can grow the economy. And the farmers that are here, unfortunately, it is true, they're not very many, as Mheshimiwa Maskuji had said, because if we had mobilized earlier and in the normal way that we normally do, without Corona, then we would have seen the whole place packed with them. Your Excellency, I believe that you're here to also hear the voices. It's not just our voices. We're here as a supporting role, here as the foundation for them. I believe that this morning you had gone to a number of farms, but I would like to call forward the chairman of Tataba, who I believe had walked in a few minutes ago, Mr. Costa Malai. At least we hear his voice in representation of all of the farmers that are here. Waziri sioni wanawake. I'm not seeing the women farmers who should be part of this banana farmers that are here. They're mostly men around there. And we've just had Jane Dungu talk about how she's a farmer, that she's getting about, you said, 100 trays a day. This is a millionaire. We're sitting here lying to ourselves that we might be, but she's the millionaire. That would equate to about 30,000 shillings a day from the eggs, and in a month maybe about 600,000. So Madam, lunch is on you, dinner included. Excellency, I hope you don't have any other plans. We will be going to. Karibu, Chairman.
Thank you, Madam DG. I'm humbled. Your Excellency, the Deputy Ambassador, Orana, officials, we have also Osterbag. That's the first time I've heard of that name, but it looks very nice. I hope I'm going to enjoy the products. The technical staff from various fields of bananas, from the ministry, from the other agricultural research centers, chiefs, and everybody. I hope protocol is observed. Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I want to tell you that one of the gentlemen here is a colleague. So, Mr. Meli, welcome to my humble home. This is my village. This is where I was born. And this is where I used to look after cows and goats in a shirt without trousers. Once you leave today, we are going to do a small traditional ceremony in our home area to give banana alcohol to our ancestors. It's called Mbege, and the reason for that is that this place has never seen so many cars and so many white faces and so many people at any time. So thank you for coming. Now, my name is Costa Malai. I'm the chairman of Tataba, a cooperative society dealing with bananas. It was started 3 years ago. We have now about 385 members, but our intention is to get to 1,000 at the end of this year. And the trend, the graph looks as if we're going to reach there. We have aggregating bananas for farmers. And before COVID, in 2 months, we are doing at a rate of about 3 million shillings every month. But now COVID has created a lot of disruptions, but now we're starting to picking up. It is our humble opinion and wish that we continue partnering with development partners. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for promoting Grand 9. We buy seedlings for our customers from Jikiwat, and we promote Grand 9 because we know the advantages of that banana, the size, the quality for it, and also the market for it. It's true, the banana from Taveta is very sweet, though we need to learn a lot in how to produce the quality of bananas. And we rely a lot on what we have been getting, especially from the county government, who have also been giving us seedlings. They have supported us, especially Mr. Mwangoma. Been working with him hand to hand, and so far, where we have reached so far, actually with his help. And I think in his other life was a farmer working in a farm, so he knows all our challenges and he has helped us. We are also looking for other helps which will help the farmer to get more money in it. At the moment, we are planning, and with these blessings and blessings of the county government, we are starting a ripening chamber, one in Taveta and the other one in Voi, and we want to ripen bananas at the source. And so far we have reached maybe about 70% of the process. And maybe one of these days I'm going to visit my friend, my former colleague. By the way, we used to work together, though now we're working different hats, but we're in the same industry for several years. So maybe I'll approach him to see how I can assist, and other partners here to assist us. We are also working with other partners locally. We have MEST, who we are developing a relationship with them to see how we can assist in growing that. Our main aim, we as Tataba, is to see that we put more money in the farmer's pocket so that his life improves. That is actually the policy we have. So, with those few remarks, I want to thank MEST, I want to thank Waziri Mwangoma, thank the DG for giving me this opportunity, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much. So that was the chair of Taita Taveta Banana Cooperative. And as you've heard, he's hosting quite a significant number of farmers. And I believe there's a number of farmers that are maybe out of that also need to be consolidated within cooperatives. Your Excellency, please, I convey the greetings of His Excellency the Governor, Granton Samja, who is aware that you're here. And he is one of the people who's also very excited about this project. One of the main agendas that he had as we came into government was to ensure that there were three key things that were focused on. Industrialization across the country, which would mean spurring growth within the various economical sectors, ensuring that infrastructure has been improved, and ensuring that water has also been addressed, access to water, domestic potable water, and water for agribusiness. And maybe if I can extend it to the fourth, then health and education as well. I would want to briefly read through some of the achievements that the government has gained through the guidance of His Excellency the Governor. As Waziri Mwangoma had mentioned, we have improved the hectareage of banana over the course of the last 4 years from 2017. We started off with 2,080 hectares. We're currently up double that amount to about 4,104 hectares with an estimated production of 65,000 tons. Still miles away from where we need to be, but definitely miles ahead of other counties if we're number 2 this year in the country. All of this has been achieved through partnership with other stakeholders within our county and without, and that includes the European Union, who we've walked a journey with from 2015-2016 to set up a banana factory here in Taveta. The Swedish government through the Agricultural Support Development Program, the United States Agency for International Development, that is USAID, and that is through the Crops Dairy Market Systems and Feed the Future programs, the Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust that are here today, MEST, your agency, the Danish International Development Agency, the national government, and most important of all, the farmer. We have all talked about the varieties that are grown within the county, and the most important being the Grand Nine. But in addition to this, what we have been doing is distributing a number of banana tissue culture all over the county, not just in Taveta. We've supplied 60,000 tissue culture bananas in Taveta, parts of Motate, and in Voi sub-county. We are currently completing the construction of a banana processing plant in Taveta to process flour and paste through the EU IDEAS project that will also host a ripening chamber, and this is expected to be completed by September 2020, despite the COVID-19 challenges and funding challenges from national government as well as other factors. This factory is estimated to expand the market and create additional jobs for 800 citizens within Taita Taveta. We shall be constructing 9 aggregation centers located in Kuyuni, Kimondia, Kivalwa, Kwa Prison Farm, AFC, Kwayasin, Lambo, Mitisoni, Chala, and at the factory site where we're building the processing plant. We are also developing a Taita Taveta Fruit Value Chain Authority, and the legislation for that, including the policy, has already been submitted to the County Assembly. With their approval and with the assent of the governor, this is that we will have a strong legal foundation for the entrepreneurial side of banana processing in our county and enhance the fruit value chains across the various fruits that we've been growing so far. So, Niels, in addition to the bananas, we're looking to you at the avocado side, in addition, mango side as well, because this is what had started you off in Malindi, as you had said. We have trained 2,661 farmers in various areas in the county, in Taveta, Motate, and in Voi, through the Department of Agricultural Support Development Program. And this has been done specifically on how to grow banana commercially, the value addition aspect of it, agro-processing and marketing. Bananas or any fruit requires a lot of water and irrigation, and is something that we've been focusing on. And in that case, we have rehabilitated 55 kilometers of a canal in the entire Taveta sub-county. This includes the Njoro Kubwa, Njoro Kitobo, Kitobo Buruma, Njoro Kubwa Kamleza, Maguniani, Rivalumi, Njukini, and Maguniani offtake to Grogan Canal, and Matutani to Lake Jipe. These canals, the 45 kilometers that have been rehabilitated, will serve about 11,000 farmers and expand additional hectareage for the banana production. We're also looking at empowering the Taita Taveta Banana Cooperative Society through additional supply of banana seedlings, training of 380 farmers, and getting into the digital age, setting up social media website. As the chair of Tataba has mentioned, we also want them to place ripening banana chambers in Voi and Mombasa also, in collaboration with the Mombasa County government and the Feed the Future program. The government has been working on other institutions such as the CalRO group to solve emerging disease problems such as the Panama wilt and black sigatoka, which affect banana production. And we hope that with the setup of an organic farm such as this, that some of these diseases will be mitigated from the very beginning and not become problems. We have been working very closely with Taita Taveta University, which used to be a satellite university of JKUAT, to set up a tissue culture laboratory in order to supply farmers with the tissue culture bananas. And I believe as we walked around today, we saw 2 stands that are supplying tissue culture, one from Machakos County and one from Kajiado County. So to the MEST group, this is a challenge to you to work with us. I believe we had approached you with a proposal for 2 million shillings to be able to further support the tissue culture laboratory that we have with Taita Taveta University. And Your Excellency, we are also reaching out to you now that you're here to support MEST, to support the county government, so that we can ensure some of this funding is actually put in place and we won't be getting our tissue culture from other counties, rather that we'll be getting them here, especially with the setup of an organic farm. This isn't to take business away from you, gentlemen. This is the two gentlemen there, but we must be able to support some of these ecosystems happening at the source and not necessarily from the external part, especially if we're number 2 in the country in banana production. The partnership with MEFT, Orana, and Wonder Foods Company will definitely have a significant impact in the banana value chain. And the project that we're looking at is looking to achieve training of 2,000 farmers on the good agricultural practices in agribusiness, establishment of 20 demonstration farms and 20 commercial nurseries, creation of the additional employment through the recruitment of farm estate advisors, I believe 20 of whom are already on the ground and circulating with the farmers, promotion of organic farming through establishment of 300 hectares of organic farm. And it always amazes me that we say that we're now trying to capacity build on organic farming. As Africans, we have always been farming organically. That was what we knew. The chicken manure, livestock manure is organic because we were not feeding them any chemicals. But it is in the past, as we're saying, modernized age, that we're starting to see some of these chemicals come in and farmers relying on that now the international market does not desire. So I believe that there's going to be a balance that the Waziri is going to be doing of traditional knowledge, what we used to do as farmers in terms of organic farming, and of course the new, more improved versions of organic farming. Like one of the Wonder team had told us that the traditional mode of farming was 4 meters or 3 meters spacing of the bananas, but this is going to be a lot closer. So of course we have to go hand in hand in how we're doing some of this farming, but we must remember our roots and origins and treasure that, because it's what got us to where we are today. We shall also be supporting together in the partnership 500 farmers to practice the organic farming and creating 470 jobs for local community and engage 1,200 service providers with an emphasis on women and youth. Recently, His Excellency the Governor signed an MOU with MEST to try and see how we can further enhance this value chain as well as the activities happening on the ground. And I believe there's a lot of room for further implementation of various intervention points for the farmers. As we went round with you, Your Excellency, we noted that there's a significant challenge with the financing framework for the banana farmers. We're saying today that the microfinances here are charging between 18% and 22% interest per annum for a loan, an unsecured loan. It is an extremely, extremely expensive to be paid as interest, and expecting to have good profits to be able to cultivate it back into the farm, that's pun intended. In other countries, such as India, the per annum interest for refinancing is 7%. So we're more than double, almost triple that amount when it comes to financing of farmers in this sector. This is maybe why we're seeing some of the challenges that we have right now. Another matter that I believe that we can work on together with your support, Your Excellency, through the Market Development Program, is the setting up of a data center. As Madame had mentioned earlier, research is the most crucial bit to be able to get into market access appropriately. Niels wants sweet bananas of a certain kind. We are growing another type of kind, so we need to be able to understand what we have on the ground and in a real-time capacity. I congratulate the Wonder Group for being able to create the platform that will not only track the farmers, but be able to track the production. And as a county government, we have also said that we need to invest in research and data to be able to enable what we're doing in terms of harnessing the market potential. It's been said that Kenya is barely scratching the surface in terms of the marketing that it's doing of bananas to the world. The other day we saw a call from the Embassy of Korea talking about green bananas needed for exports out. And we all wonder, why is it that farmers here are complaining about access to market, yet Korea is complaining about lack of bananas. What are we doing wrong, right? What is it that we are not, is it the type of bananas? Is it the age of bananas that we're selling? Is it the way we transport it? There must be research done around this area so that we can start becoming actionable in our implementation plans rather than just constantly lamenting. The challenges that, Madam, you mentioned about the agricultural sector are ones that we've known for a very long time, post-harvest loss. The lack of good agricultural practices, the lack of financing, the lack of access to market. But we can't be saying it year in, year out. And if you've been here for 30 years, I've been alive for some of that. So it means that there's something that we're not doing right as a unified front. And we must be able to start thinking innovatively and differently about how we're working in the agricultural sector. I want to congratulate Niels as well on your venture Osterberg. The fruit juices or crushed fruit concentrate is absolutely a fantastic product. And maybe we can start conversations with your company as well to be one of the first key tenants at the export processing zone. Now that we'll be setting that up, I think we need to start thinking about the cross-linkages across the various sectors in our county. Once we set up the export processing zone, you will be about 5 kilometers from one of our airports. We're all fast-tracking the setup of Ikanga. It's currently an airstrip. I will call it an airport. It's very similar to the Diani and Malindi one, if you've been to those airports, Your Excellency. So we will be fast-tracking that, and we hope that by the end of the year, we'll be able to get not only private charter planes, but commercial scheduled flight in. And I'm sure there you'll be able to get your cargo, and transport will not be a problem to Denmark anymore. You're all aware we're 150 kilometers from the port, Mombasa, and I'm sure even getting to Lamu wouldn't be a problem if we had major production happening here. So let's look at the various areas that we can collaborate on, ensure that we're now enhancing what we have started here today. Wonder Group, you've done a fantastic job. To consolidate the amount of acreage that you have done so far in the period of time you have done, the 2 years I believe, is nothing short of phenomenal, especially because you have involved the farmer. There has been no complaint about farmers being derived of their rights or feeling like there has been an issue somewhere. And as Niels has tried and said that the Danish have certain values, we as state Tavetas have certain values as well. And that is ensuring that the farmer is not mishandled and is given their rightful dues. And I believe you have done that, and I congratulate you on that. I believe what we are seeing here today as a group is something that we can all look to emulate, and further than that, look to tell our children about. We have a number of vocational training centers here and technical training institutes. As a county government, one of our key priorities is also education. And we would want the education not to go at the farmer level. The extension officers, the people who will be working with Niels in your factory, both for the banana processing as well as any other venture that you have, including the crushed fruit, need to have the specialized skills. And we believe that we can partner with yourself as an industry player, meshed together with the embassy, to grow that curriculum that will then focus on skilling the various developments we have in our county. With those many remarks, I want to thank all of the farmers and all business people here. Without you, our economy is nothing. Bila nyinyi hatupati ushuru, alafu kaunti haiko bila nyinyi. So tunawashukuru sana kwa hapa, na natarajia tukirudi tena hizi miaka ambazo tutakuwa migomba ikiwa zaidi hapa, kwamba tutakuwa wengi zaidi. Akina mama, vijana, sisi wenyewe tutakuwa hapa tukisherekea uzuri wa shamba hili, tuchinje mbuzi. Leo sijui waziri amelalia wapi. Mbona hakuna mbuzi? Tungekuwa tunachoma hapa. We should have had nyama choma for you, Your Excellency, here. But I believe this is the beginning of the journey, and in a short time frame we'll be able to celebrate all of the achievements we have done collectively. As Madame said, banana is the Beyonce of the world. And because Beyonce said, who rules the world?
girls. But this time round it's Roosevelt banana. Thank you very much.